It's only March, but if you listen closely, you can hear the faint sounds of baseball and softball bats cracking. Loris welcomed the University of Wisconsin-Platteville Pioneers to Petricus Park Tuesday night as they would begin gearing up for conference play. The Dewhawks had senior Eric Reif on the mound after giving up a first-inning grand slam. Reif began mowing down Pioneers and went 5 innings and gave up 5 earned runs. Reif had the benefit of a solid defense behind him all evening. In addition to the defense, Loris brought the sticks as Kyle Schroeder homer to left, bringing in 2 runs, closing the gap 5-3. UW-Platteville then went to base pass to counter Loris' offense as third baseman Aaron Hobson and utility player Trevor Coutray both stole second bases here in the 3rd inning. Then first-year Joe Walker singled down the line. From there, he advanced around the base until he is finally brought in on this double by B.J. Juergens. Loris would rally in the 9th inning to defeat the UW-Platteville Pioneers 9-7. Game time temps were a balmy 36 degrees as Clark's softball team hosted the Dewhawks at Veterans Park. Nikki Newhoff was mowing down the Loris batters. She would have 5 strikeouts on the night. The game would eventually go into extra innings as both teams failed to score a run in the first 7. Then in the 8th, Loris would get their bats going with bases loaded. Tracy Sullivan jacks to center field for the grand slam to give Loris a 4-0 lead. But they weren't done just yet. Later in the 8th, Kelly Klein gets the ball to find a gap for a single. Ashley Rayemeyer races home and narrowly avoids Meredith Vasquez to get another run. The Dewhawks charged to an 8-0 win against their crosstown rival, Clark. Staying with Clark but moving on to men's volleyball, the Crusaders hosted their own tournament at Kiel Center. In the opening round, they swept St. Xavier in 3 sets, and the next round they would face off against Graceland. In the first set, Dan Trangle keeps it alive to David Lose, who sets it up to Alex Wilharm. He will get the ball to fall in the corner. The Crusaders take the first set 25-17. In the second set, Ricardo Farrell passes it to Dan Paris, but he can't get it through to Wilharm for the point. The Crusaders were looking for a match point. Matt Redmond puts it towards Wilharm. He spikes it into the Graceland defense, who sends it out of bounds. But they were loving it on the sidelines. Clark would take the second set and eventually the game as they would beat Graceland 3-2 in 5 sets. That's all the time we have for you in Sports Shorts. Catch Sports Zone next week for your latest and greatest in Dewhawk athletics. Back to you, Felicia and Lauren.